Hello, good morning. I am headed to Ljubljana today as my very first solo trip, so I'm super excited. I just got to the bus station and now looking for the platform to head to Slovenia. I made it to Ljubljana, Slovenia. It was pouring when I got off of the bus. Now the rain has calmed down a little bit, but it's crazy. I'm walking to my hostel right now, which is like a 15-minute walk from the bus station. But yeah, I think I mentioned earlier, but it's like a little solo trip, my first ever solo trip, which is something that I really wanted to do during my study abroad here. Like the whole experience, having here alone, doing the touristy things, sightseeing, staying in a hostel. So I'm really excited for that experience, and we'll see how it goes. But so far the city's really pretty already. My first impression is that everybody here is so nice. Like at my hostel when I checked in, the guy was really helpful, told me some of the top attractions around here, what to do and stuff like that. And then I went to this one traditional Slovenian like restaurant that had lots of local foods but made vegetarian and like vegan. So that was really neat, and I got to try a bunch of different foods that the waiter recommended, and I'll drop the name of those in here too. Totally saying the name of this dish wrong, but it's dodol with bukrak sauce, and it was kind of like dumplings with a spicy sauce that was good. And then I walked through this market that's in this center of Ljubljana, and it was really cute. It was kind of rainy that day, so not as many people around, but there were a lot of artisan booths and cool little souvenirs and things like that. And then I went to the Dragon Bridge. So Ljubljana has several bridges across the river, and this is one of the really famous ones because there's dragon statues, kind of like medieval vibe, and it was really pretty. I really enjoyed this one. And then I also went to this bridge, which is called the Butcher's Bridge, I believe, and it has several locks that people have like engraved things on and hung onto the bridge, so that was also really cute. This is the Triple Bridge, which was another really cool one. It's 3 separate bridges that are like combined into one. I came back to my hostel to grab something real quick, so I'll just show y'all. It's like bunk bed situation, but this hostel is actually really nice. The bathroom's like renovated and clean and stuff, and we have our own little like lockers over there that we can put all our stuff in. So that's been nice. And now I kind of explored a lot of the city area. It's very walkable, so walked around the town and everything, got myself the postcard. And now I'm gonna walk up the hill to a castle which like overlooks the entire city of Ljubljana, and hopefully get like a little tour of the inside of the castle for some history about Slovenia. So it's been great so far. It's a really cute little city. It is very like small town vibes, but it's really nice, and a lot of it is pedestrian. And they're also the hometown of Luka Doncic, if that's how you say his name, who's on the Dallas map, so that's kind of cool too. Although I will say I have not seen any like merch or anything like that, but it's a cool place. I'm throwing this in here too because I thought the lockers they gave us were so cool. It's very high tech. You use your room key to open and close and lock the door. After that long uphill journey, I finally made it to the Ljubljana Castle, which was really nice. You get a really pretty view of the entire town from up there, and they also had tours. You could get an audio guide and walk through the entire castle and see all the different parts from the old days, which I thought was really neat, so I recorded some different parts of that in the vlog as well. I kind of went ham with the audio guide and listened to every single thing that was on there, but it was so interesting. This was a really cool part. It was an underground dungeon-like prison, and there were actually etchings on the wall from prisoners who stayed in this area back in the day. There was also a church area that had really pretty paintings on the ceiling, and this was one of the coolest parts, I thought. It was another prison chamber, and it really depicted how all of the prisoners lived during these times. This was by far my favorite part of the castle. It was at the very top, kind of an observation deck area, and it was absolutely gorgeous. And I also somehow managed to get the perfect timing because I got to see the sunset from up here too, which was absolutely stunning. Hi! Day one in Ljubljana is pretty much complete, and it was so amazing, such a success. It's such a beautiful, cute town, and I got a chance to go to the castle, spent like 2 hours there with my little audio guide, like a little nerd, but it was very interesting learning about all the history and seeing the castle. And I just got dinner at this Indian place called Zaika. That was so yummy. The chef was so nice too. He made me something like special that wasn't on the menu because I wanted something spicy, and it was so good. And then he was like talking to me about how he ended up here and everything. It was just, everyone was just so nice. Hello! I just woke up and got some pastries. I got burek, is that how you say it? It's like a spinach and cheese filled pastry, and then some coffee. And today I'm making a trip to Lake Bled, which is an hour away from Ljubljana, and I'm super excited because it looks really pretty in the pictures, and I made a friend at the hostel, so we're going to the bus stop together. Even the train ride to Bled was so pretty. We passed through a bunch of small towns like this that were just stunning. I mean, tell me this doesn't look like it's straight out of a fairy tale. It is so serene. To reward myself for the long walk around the entire lake, I went to this cute little cafe and got some coffee and had a great view of Bled Castle. And I also got the famous Bled cake, which has a lot of different layers, and it tasted absolutely divine. I would give it like a 9 out of 10. It was so creamy. Lake Bled is absolutely gorgeous. The beanie came out because it is cold now, but this might be one of my top favorite places I've gone this semester. It kind of reminds me of Switzerland, of Interlaken. It's just so gorgeous, like the lake with the little island in the middle and Bled Castle on a hill. Just so beautiful and breathtaking. And I just had the famous Bled cream cake, like the first original one, and it tasted really nice. And there's a really pretty view of like the lake and castle and stuff too. It's just like breathtaking, and I got a chance to walk around the entire Lake Bled, which was like 3.5 miles, and yeah, this is what it looks like. And there are just so many cool pic spots and just an overall beautiful place. Hi, it's my last day in Ljubljana. I'm taking the bus back today in a couple hours. I just checked out of my hostel. And little update, I forgot to vlog at the end of yesterday, but it was really nice. Lake Bled was beautiful, amazing. Came back, rested for a little bit, and then me and some other people that I met in the hostel grabbed dinner together, which was cool, meeting people from all over the world. And now today morning I'm just gonna kind of stroll along, and then there's a famous park called Tivoli Park that I haven't seen yet, so I'll probably go there and then like maybe just sit and read for a little bit or just explore the area. But Ljubljana was so far one of my favorite places I've been, and Lake Bled, like combined. This trip was just an amazing solo experience. And honestly, at the beginning I was a little nervous coming into the solo trip because I'd never done it before, and I was like, I don't know, like I'm gonna have to eat at restaurants by myself, like do everything by myself. But it was honestly like so rewarding and empowering, and just like getting the chance to enjoy my own company. It was a wonderful experience. The park had a lot of cool posters and like billboards in the main area, which I thought was really unique and interesting. It was a very beautiful park, reminded me of Central Park a little bit, and I had a little main character moment where I was just sitting on a bench reading, and it was great. Right before I got back on the bus to go back to Budapest, I grabbed some brunch at another cute cafe, and that wrapped up my solo trip.